Keep up, Dragonborn. This is not the time to stop and pick flowers. We need more distance between us and that cave before we set up camp for the night. Oh, I doubt we killed all the bandits in there. Some were probably out hunting or raiding, and when they return, they might feel a certain need for payback. And I would rather not wake in the middle of the night with one of their blades on my throat. Besides, you must have enough alchemy ingredients to last you a year by now. A little fox. I always believed they meant good luck. I have a good camping place in mind for us. It's about an hour's walk from here, hidden away, shaded by trees, and right by the river. Has a nice view as well. But we need to keep walking if we are to reach it before dark. It is close to Ivarstead, so if you prefer, we can stay at the inn. But it would be nice to sleep under the stars tonight, next to the embers of a slowly dying campfire, after a dinner of fresh fish, fried almost to a crisp. You can fish while I set up camp. You're getting quite good at fishing, aren't you? It is nice to see that you also tire of city life. Wandering the wilds, in wind, rain and sun, exploring all of Skyrim, and just seeing what adventures we run across. That is the good life. You seem to be struggling a bit, Dragonborn. Must be difficult carrying all that loot around. I picked up a few trinkets myself, but I prefer to take smaller items, jewelry, precious stones, that sort of thing. Small and valuable. Not big, cumbersome and stained with blood and sweat. Why did you pick up all the used, dented helmets of the bandits we killed? Krelka will give you no more than 30 septims for those. There is nowhere to sell it in Ivarstead. I'm starting to think you need to return to Riften to sell all your loot before we can continue our adventures. Oh, don't look at me like that. I already made it perfectly clear that I will carry nothing for you. I am more than happy to go adventuring with the Dragonborn, but I am not some housecarl sworn to carry your burdens. I take care of my stuff, and you take care of yours. And it would not hurt you to leave something behind for the next adventurer either. Yes, Dragonborn, I do find you to be a bit greedy sometimes, but your heart is in the right place. No, Dragonborn. I have no wish to return to Riften so soon. I would much rather explore. There is an ancient Nordic tomb not too far from Ivarstead. I believe it is called Angarvunda. I have had my mind set upon exploring it for years, but my duties in Riften prevented me from going. And only last week a dark elf arrived in town Medresi, I think her name was. She hired miners to excavate Angarfunda, searching for some treasure rumored to be hidden within. We could go there and see what happened. Oh, I doubt we will arrive at an empty and cleaned out ruin. I have a feeling Medresi underestimated the difficulty of traversing one of my people's ancient sites. The treasure could still be ours, Dragonborn. And if not Angarfunda, then there is a tower a bit further east, at the foot of the Gerald Mountains, where witches or some other foul creatures are rumored to dwell. We might do some good if we root them out, make the south road out of Riften a bit safer for travelers. Both places are on the way back into town. We can take our time getting there, Dragonborn. I am in no hurry to return. Other than Erin, you seem to be the only person I've met since I came to Riften that I might be able to trust. I owe Erin my life. It was him who found me dying outside that Dwemer ruin, Msinkaleft. Yes, that is how you pronounce it. No, Dragonborn. I do not find the names of Dwemer ruin the least bit difficult to pronounce. Mchinkaleft, Besardams, Avanchansel, Nchardak, that one's on Solstheim, you know, and Nchuansel. Those are the ones I have explored myself. Pronunciation? I don't see the problem. No matter. If Erin hadn't brought me back to Riften and nursed me back to health, I would have died outside of Mchinkaleft. Those Dwemer ruins can be even more dangerous than Nordic ones, but they are also more profitable. That is what tempted me to go in alone. They run deep, those ancient Dwemer cities, and they are filled with both Falmer and ancient machinations. In the depths of Mchinkaleft, I was attacked by a massive construct, like nothing I had ever seen. When the Colossus struck, my sword, Grimsever, was knocked from my grasp and I was wounded badly. It was only through blind luck that I was able to crawl away from the Dwemer abomination and make my way to the surface. I must have collapsed, because the next thing I remember is Erin standing over me, tending to my wounds. When my strength returned and he told me about the problems plaguing Riften, I decided fate brought me there for a reason, so I stayed. Now, I am not so certain. Perhaps I can do more good on the road, hunting bandits, necromancers, or other abominations, like I used to do. Yes, I did say that Riften is my great beast to be slain. I remember, Dragonborn, but it has been difficult. I've taken that city's problems upon myself, and I keep running into impossible obstacles. Corruption, lies, and deceit are the order of the day there, and the Blackbriars are the crux of it all. Maven Blackbriar represents everything that's wrong with Riften. She's bribed countless officials has friends back in the Imperial City and freely associates with the Thieves' Guild. I've tried everything I can to protect Riften's citizens, but to no avail. All I can do at this point is to keep an eye on her and hope she slips up one day. And I am sick of that waiting game. I was itching for a fight when you showed up. And when you returned my sword, Grim's Ever, how could I deny you? I was glad to leave Riften with you, but I needed a reason to do so, a push. I did not simply want to give up. You are that reason, Dragonborn. I would follow you anywhere, as long as there is adventure to be had, and as long as we do some good in the world. I am willing to fight and die by your side. Yes, even dragons. I will fight them as well. And to be completely honest with you, Dragonborn, Erin has been more annoying than usual in the last few weeks. If I didn't know any better, I'd say he was jealous. Getting out of Riften felt like returning to my old self. I have missed traveling and being on the road. I was not raised in a city. Didn't you know, Dragonborn? I've been adventuring across Tamriel since I was a fresh-faced young woman, barely able to swing a blade. My travels have taken me from High Rock to Valenwood, elsewhere to Morrowind, and all points in between. And now, thanks to you, I am adventuring once again. I have missed traveling like this. Walking the breadth of Skyrim has always filled my heart with excitement. But I have never been a sellsword, Dragonborn. Never traded my skills for pay. I've always adventured on my own terms. So it was never an option to join the companions. We are two of a kind, you and I. Oh yes, Dragonborn, we both lust for adventure and fighting, and I see the same fire in you that has driven me into many a fight. But that fire can be turned to good or to evil. Are you rolling your eyes at me? I can assure you I am serious. I could have become a bandit myself if things had been a little different. And you could have become the next Mirak. You are both Dragonborn, after all. You have the same powers. But I believe the Greybeards have put you upon a different path. Them and your own fate in Kinareth. A more peaceful path. Sky above, voice within. Isn't that the saying? You told me that one of them, Arngeir, was it? Told you that your powers must be tempered by experience. He sounds like a wise teacher. I learned the same lesson when I was very young. I grew up in a small village east of Windhelm, right on the Morrowind border. It was me, my parents, and my brother. My father was a hunter, and we often went on hunting expeditions into Morrowind. The cliff racers made for excellent sport. My father wanted me to follow in his footsteps as a hunter, but I set my aspirations a bit higher. He never complained. I miss him. And my mother, she was a strong woman. She's the one who instructed me on my sword fighting techniques. But when I was still a child, my village was burned to the ground by bandits. You know, I actually saw one laugh as he ran my brother through. Bandits, the worst type of scum. I swore that day that I would never become like them, that I would put my own strength to good use, and I realized that my abilities came with some amount of responsibility. I wish I could have learned that lesson some other way. The campsite is to the right, but perhaps we should continue straight ahead to Ivarstead. I'm all out of mead, and I know Wilhelm sells some of the good stuff at Willemir Inn. How about we sleep under a roof tonight? And tomorrow, perhaps we will go to Angarvunda. Unless you're finally ready to return the horn of Jürgen Windcaller. I have climbed the 7,000 steps before and meditated on the emblems, but since I am not dragonborn, I was never allowed to enter High Hrothgar. I would like to meet the masters of the voice once, in your company. It is up to you, Dragonborn, where we go next. Lead the way.